Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over some news here. So sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. Ask Greninja confirmed. Let's get it, as well as some weird things going on with Pokestops. So all this information is going to be brought to you by PokeMiners. So we'll have a link down below so you can go ahead and follow them because, well, they are keeping us up to date on a lot of stuff that they are pushing behind the scenes. Alright, so Pokestop interaction range has been added to the Game Master, meaning that they can change it per account, not just globally. It's very interesting. We're going to talk about that. Buddies can now earn an extra heart by visiting a powered-up Pokestop. This is the first code hinting towards this powered-up Pokestop. What does this mean? Let's talk about it. Just a few bits of speculation plus of the information that we have going on here. Alright, so this is some pretty interesting information here, folks. They have changed it so they can adjust the range for you to hit Pokestops for each individual as opposed to just specific regions or globally. And what does this mean? They go on to say, well, they're not 100% sure what is going to be triggering these or what is going to be enabling you to actually have a further range. But they do go on to talk about the subscription, which has not been linked to it. But what if you could pay to have a more premium account in which you're going to be able to hit Pokestops in a farther range, catch Pokemon at a farther range? And I like this idea. This hasn't been said anywhere else, but what if you can pay subscription to use Ultra and Great Balls with your Go Plus? Yeah, that's going to draw a lot of people, but I highly doubt that'll be a thing. But moving on to the next bit here, buddies earning an extra heart via powered up Pokestop. Are we going to be seeing the Pokestops having an increased range for the trainers because of a certain amount of spins that they have received by a certain amount of trainers? All this is all speculation here. They've just found this information, but it's still information and interesting to go over. What do you guys think that this is going to mean here? But it's going to be pretty neat that you're going to be able to actually earn yourself an extra heart with your buddy. But they also go on to say that they have seen this power-up Pokestop in the assets before, that this is the first time it has actually been linked to something. So things are coming to the surface. And remember, just because they do find information like this, it could take months or even longer, like a year, for any of this to even surface, because we have seen this kind of thing happen here. So take all this with a grain of salt going forward and don't hold your breath waiting for any of this. Now, something very weird, I don't know, everybody was kind of like, well, what's going on with GoFest? Why do the people on Androids get this extra little bonus here? Well, it looks like iOS is going to be getting their own eggs. Huh, that's interesting. Who knows? But yeah, if you're on iOS, it looks like you're going to be getting some special eggs. Now, I don't know all the information here, but what if they were kind of like special eggs in the sense that they can go into your overflow where you collect your 12-kilometer eggs as well as your Adventure Sync eggs? Pretty interesting stuff. So if you're on iOS, there you go. Look forward to that, I suppose. All right, now moving on to PokeMiners detailed information here. So this has been on here for a while, but you do have Aegislash's different forms as well as Arceus's, or however you like to say it, Archeops, whatever. It does have every single form. In the main series, it took a plate in which you can interchange its different typings. Who knows how it's going to work here? Probably just catch it. And also some notable Pokemon that have been pushed here. So we have Ash Greninja, Hoopa, and Necrozma. So Necrozma is going to be an interesting Pokemon. I'm not going to go over its stats, but we are going to take a look at its potential moves for its main form because it does have several different ones. In Ash Greninja, we were questioning, are we going to receive it? It wasn't, I'm not going to say I knew all along, but come on. That's another money opportunity. Of course it's going to be released into the game. It's essentially a Mega form, but it's just called, instead of Mega, Ash. All right, so this is, this form, I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going to tell you this, folks. Things are about to get a little bit crazy here in Pokemon Go. If you think that they're running out of content, all these updates, they're eventually going to run dry, well, no, I'm sure they got plenty up their sleeve. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Once they do run through all this kind of different Pokemon and it eventually catches up to the main series games, you're going to see Gigantamax raids, all right? You're going to see things from the main series games starting to become more integrated within Pokemon Go, I would assume, because this is one of their main money drivers. Pokemon Go is simply not going to just get brushed aside. They're going to start adding new features, and I would assume as technology does advance, and so will the game. I mean, people are spending thousands of dollars upon thousands of dollars on this game here, which is fine. We already talked about that in the, how much have I spent in this game in the past 4 months. How can they just abandon all that? How can it just all come to a halt instantly, right? So take a look at Ash Greninja's stats. You have level 40 CP, and then you have a level 50 CP, and then as well as its HP at 176, attack 339, and defense very frail at 155. So this thing is going to be disgusting. It is going to be toppling the charts for water. It is going to be one of those extreme glass cannons, but yeah, you know, it is a mega, so at the end of the day, you can only have one of them. But that's not going to be pushed aside just because of its frailness, because Gengar was very frail, but still was always going to be a viable option if you were going to be able to use it back in the day when there was lesser and more limited Pokemon to use, as opposed to today where you have all kinds of things, shadows and everything. So taking a look at the water, you do have, without its Community Day, Bubble and Surf sitting at the top. Yes, DPS times TDO is very horrible. I know, go ahead and say it in the comments, but it doesn't change the fact that it's at the top. Simple as that. Primal Kyogre, once it does get its signature move, will be at the top, I would assume. Then, of course, you have that Mega Swampert, which is just going to be disgusting. So Ash Greninja actually may even pass Primal Kyogre with its signature move once it does get Hydro Cannon. And I would assume maybe they might release its Ash Greninja form right after Community Day, kind of like we've seen with Mega Altaria. But who knows? Taking a look at the Dark typing for it, it's going to be you know, mid. It's still doing pretty good. Fate Attack and Night Slash, still on the top charts. What do you have at the top? You have Shadow Weavile. Shadow Pokemon, man. They just came in and swooped and took all the positions. Oh, you're a Mega? I don't care. Oh, you're a 100% IV Legendary? Level 50? I don't care. All right, so moving on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at a little something that I have going on here. My collection for Dialgas. I'm taking Dialga raids here and there, but for the most part, I'm kind of done. I don't want to just keep pumping more money. I've got the 98. I want to shoot for 100, but I mean, who knows how long that's going to take, right? And I don't need any more shinies. I got about 4 of them, so we're good to go. Taking a look at my Froakie collection here, I do have a few I need to transfer, and I did make one of these Greninjas to use and test out, which we have done in the past, and it's very frail, but very fun to use also. All right, now back to Necrozma here, and it's multiple different forms, and this is why I'm saying things are going to get crazy. It's not like they're going to release them all at once. Who knows? And the question remains still, are they even going to release all of its forms? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to go through everything here, folks, and we're going to be seeing all these kind of different forms coming into Pokemon Go and the Beasts, and it is going to get crazy. They're going to change the regular raids into the Gigantamax raids, and I don't know. Who knows? Taking a look at its moves, though, right off the bat, I did see Confusion and Psycho Cut, and which is probably going to get those, as well as Night Slash, so that's already looking pretty good for its moves, and I would assume we're going to be getting in new moves as well, and that's also something to consider. You know, a lot of these Pokemon that we do have can learn new moves that have simply not been introduced, or they can learn moves that they just haven't introduced to them in general, switching up the meta and switching all kinds of things up. And it could, you know, just bring upon a whole new shift and kind of shake things up. But there you have it, folks. Just wanted to bring you the news. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. Get excited for the future. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!